Hi guys, so I'm probably making this video. You're probably thinking, what the hell is this video? Well, I'm gonna talk about James Gunn. Even though James Gunn, he did the Suicide Squad, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Creature Commandos. He's now taken over DC. He's had it role with Peter Safran. He's had it since 2022, and there's been a lot of Snyder fans who keep trying to talk about him, talk down on him, say bad stuff about him, and they've been going at it for the past nearly 3 years now. Um, but there's just one person in particular who hates and despises him so much, and I don't even know why. I don't know why. So today, sit down, grab a drink, um, sit down, and today we're going to talk about this. James Gunn's biggest hater. So let's get into it. Welcome back. Today, we're going to be talking about this. Before I do, don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell. Now, you've probably seen this guy. He's on Twitter, he's on YouTube, and we're going to talk about him. Today, we're talking about Aaron Fischer. Aaron Fischer, my review. Here he is. That's him, his icon. He has 319 people following, 1,000 followers. Followers, verified followers, which, I don't know, his followers. Anyway, he basically, movies and TV, that's what he talks about. Now this person hates James Gunn so much. He's probably one of the Snyder people. Yeah, he's one of the Snyder people. He hates James Gunn so much. And I don't know why. I don't know why he hates him so much. Like, let's look at here. Bad as Steel is a fucking masterpiece. James Gunn, David Zaslav, and Peter Safran have robbed of gold and replaced with poison Henry Cavill Superman. First of all, he hasn't even seen the new Superman movie. And two, they didn't take Man of Steel. Wait, Man of Steel was never even development. It was a verbal agreement. Basically, they put in Black Adam says, oh, we can do a Man of Steel 2. They said they were going to. They never said they were going to do it. And yeah, so basically this whole thing, he says, he says, I will be utterly shocked if this movie is over stuff. Is the point of being ridiculous? Now we're going to have Batman and Superman. Like, he keeps saying it's overstuffed. Like, because people, they bring up the BVS argument. Because everyone's contrarian that BVS was overstuffed. But here's the thing, though. This is an already lived-in universe. And so obviously we need these characters here. BVS, to me, I don't think it was overstuffed. I do think the Justice League stuff was unnecessary. They don't need to be there. Technically, I say Wonder Woman doesn't need to be there. Like, because everything she did, like the whole hard drive Batman could have done all that. And so, yeah. Basically, he says, also keep in mind, Debunking said he wouldn't use one film to set up another. Yeah, here we are. He says one thing and does the opposite. No surprise. First of all, he never. And we have a shout out to Slabs. They check this out. He's nice, and he's actually nice about DC. Go watch him and Boba. If you want to get reliable, nice DC content, go watch him and Boba Talks. Those are the two good ones. So Slav comes here, says, have you seen this movie? Do you know how things play out? This is misinformation. I talked all the time. You are spreading lies because of your obsession and finding ways to hate James Gunn. Can I say that his world of the DCU is full of many humans and that they wouldn't know each other? Just because we see they would know each other. Just because we see others doesn't know set up other films. Nor does it mean films is other stuff. Also, all films have multiple films in it. And it's also how well they're used. Like, James Gunn is a phenomenal writer who handles characters well. And yeah, this is basically, they said Millie Alcock was going to be Superman, which we kind of, because she was cast in before Supergirl was even writing. I was like, she was going to be Supergirl, sets up her movie, which they're filming right now. So obviously, it's his cousin. Supergirl is Superman's cousin. Obviously, she'll show up. And basically, the third most watched on Max. I will get into his YouTube channel in a minute. Let's just get through his Twitter stuff first. But like, first of all, this is a TV show, and that's not even, and they got renewed for season 2. And he says the DC fandom is divided, which they say, oh, the Gunn fans cause it. No, the Snyder fans cause it. And there's no, like, there's Gunn fans. There's no such, there's Gunn cultists. Like, stop trying to make it happen. There are no Gunn cultists. And, like, they're not even worse than the Snyder fans. And, like, they try and act, and I don't know why they always try to, like, one-up each other. It says box office failure. This is funny how we see my are the most disgusting people on here. I was sad to see the downgrade. And look, oh yeah, he was complaining about hair. He says his hair looks terrible. Like he's complaining about hair now. Um, um, oh, this dude is so insane. Like he keeps saying if Superman comes out, he'll give a good. You know you won't. I've seen your which commandos I can already tell who you hate it. And there's even more stuff. It's like, this was the funny one. They are not DC fans. They are anti-Snyder fans. Their entire existence is to hate Snyder. They're not DC fans. This is how you know. But he got ratioed so hard. I'm like, dude, don't you do this with Gunn? Oh my god. The freaking irony in this tweet is so fun. He got roasted so hard. I'm like, don't you do this with Gunn? I want to see if there's anything more. Oh yeah, he said no Flash, no Wonder Woman, no Batman. Here we get Creature Commandos and Clayface. Like, dude, we'll get all these characters, just not right now. Like, obviously we'll get Batman. We'll get all these characters. We're obviously gonna get them. And obviously they tease Batman and Creature Commandos. Let's see what else. Is there anything he did that's like I'm just scrolling down. Okay, that's pretty much it. Oh, he basically said that. He says that he can. People still can't see the difference. Could do no wrong. He wrote his stuff versus book was streaming. Even though he was congratulated him and the people on Penguin. There's so much here. I don't want this video too long. It says, okay, let's go onto his YouTube channel.
And
he says, all right, everybody, moving on DC update.
Because they're, I just laughed.
He gets so many. He has 14 subscribers. He gets so many views.
Okay, there is some information being tossed around social media now that is not true, and it all has to do with Creature Commandos. And there is supposedly an outlet out there that gives. All right.
Oh, this one is so funny.
Justice League was.
Oh my god! Look, he has. I don't know. He gets so many. So anyway, let's watch the video. This one I thought was funny.
All right, everybody, I am back with a brand new DC update, and we're going to start out today's video with something very interesting. Looks like my last video really upset a lot of Gunn people.
Yeah, okay. Gunn people. Oh my god. He tries to make it a Gunn people while I'm upset. I'm not upset. You think I'm upset about a tweet and stuff. I'm happy we're getting a fully fledged DC universe. Look, it's no shade to Zack. Look, I like Zack. I love Zack Snyder. I like what he did. Not a lot of people did. I love Man of Steel. I love BVS. I love Zack Snyder Justice. But reality is, they just didn't do enough. And the general audience did not like those movies. They stopped showing up to the DC movies. And thus we're getting a reboot.
And in fact, things got so heated on social media that I had to put out a post on social media. I'm going to show you guys that post. And there's another YouTuber who came out to try and attack me again in my last video, specifically because of something that I talked about. And I'm going to show you what his viewers, and I'm going to talk about what his viewers think is going to happen with Superman. I have a feeling that Superman is going to be another The Flash situation. The studio is going to hype the crap out of it. And I can tell you, all of my friends, the people I've talked to, that are not superhero fans and are just casual moviegoers don't care, don't want to see a rebooted Superman. They're like, what?
So who these people he's talked to? I could pull up the trailer. That trailer has over 51 million views. And it's easy thing. He keeps saying that no one's excited. 51 million views in what, 3 weeks? It's been 3-4 weeks since that trailer came out. Yeah, Man of Steel had like 51, and it took like 11 years to get there. It's going in 3 weeks, and he keeps saying no one's interested in a Superman. And he keeps saying it's gonna Flash. It's gonna be the Flash. First of all, the Flash had so many problems. And okay, let's break this down. Let's break this down by the Flash. Now, the thing with the Flash, yeah, they were hyping people up. They did so many screenings. The thing with the Flash, though, it was in development hell since 2014. It was even announced 2014. I think when the second episode, the TV show came out, and it's just gone from directors. They lost 4 directors. Then they finally got Andy Muschietti in to finish the movie, and then Ezra Miller. All the Ezra Miller stuff happened, and then they couldn't promote the movie. So just Michael Keaton, Sasha Calle, and then they tried to do these screenings. And then people also, first of all, then James Gunn announced the reboots. Okay, so James Gunn announced the reboot, the Ezra Miller situation, and people were just pretty much done with the DCU at that point. That's why this Superman doesn't have this. Is a new universe. There's gonna be no controversy, none of that. So I don't know. We talking about this is the new Flash.
Why? Why would they reboot it? You know, we've got.
You know why they have to reboot it. The DC was a mess. Since its inception, it's been a mess. Okay? And so this is how I know people are hypocrites. Because I remember when BVS and Justice League came out, they said, oh, they need to reboot. They need to reboot. They need to reboot. They decided not to. Because Aquaman made $1 billion, so let's keep going. And then it just significant. And then the reboot says, no, we don't want to reboot. And look, I would want the Justice League 2 and 3. I would want it, but I honestly, they don't want to do it. And honestly, I don't think the cast will. The cast can say it, but I don't. And even if Zack Snyder comes to Warner Brothers, he'll have to work under James Gunn, and it won't be his Justice League movies. He's going to do what James Gunn tells him. So he's going to go directing this movie. So I don't think why should he go back to that where he's just not going to have control. Like let him stay at Netflix. Like Netflix, he can do his own thing. And
Daredevil is coming back on Disney Plus, and they brought everybody back. Warner Brothers has an issue where they just can't stick with their actors. They're constantly changing stuff up, and the general audience is done with that kind of stuff. They're done.
First of all, the general audience do not like the DCU. They've said several times they don't like the DCU and what Zack Snyder did. Now, okay, he's bringing up Daredevil. Now, the thing with Daredevil is, yeah, Daredevil was successful. Everyone loved Daredevil. Yes, we were pissed it got cancelled. We wanted a season 4. And Born Again is kind of a season 4. And yeah, they brought everyone back. It's kind of a continuation, but it's kind of its own thing. And he keeps saying they can't keep the actors. And first of all, the Snyder Cut is not as beloved as people say it is. Like, go on the street, ask people who they are, who Zack Snyder is. They don't know who directs these movies. And also, the thing with Daredevil, it was widely beloved. So this series, like, more people are excited for this because they love the Netflix series. And he keeps saying they can't keep the actors. So it's like, so who was it going to be? It was going to be Henry Cavill, Gal Gadot, Jason Momoa, Ezra Miller. It would have just been them. I doubt all the other supportings would come back. Maybe they would have. Ben Affleck was done. He didn't want to come back. He came back for the Flash to just finish his character, his time as a character. That was it. He wasn't going to come back. Ray Fisher doesn't want to come back because he didn't want to work on the Water Armada. So basically, that's it. If they weren't going to come back, and I'm sick of it. I'm sick of how all these actors they didn't want to come back and like they put the characters in limbo. I'm happy now that we're gonna have they put them on a multi-picture deal and they actually stick to it. And yes, and this reboot was needed. The DC was a mess. We needed a reboot.
With it, it doesn't sell well. It doesn't do well. I really do not think Superman is going to do well. I
think Superman will do well. It's 600, 7, like 600 Man of Steel, like 700 is fine. Okay, 800, 900 billion, that's even better. But I don't think it needs to make that.
One of those that's hoping it's going to do terrible. I just don't see it doing well. It looks cheap. I don't like the costume. Everything about it looks like a low-budget film. Now, one thing I do want to address is that people were saying it only has to make $600 million, and I talked about that in my last video. The budget for it is around $360 million.
The budget is not $300 million. We don't know what the budget is. It's not $300 million. I don't know, maybe 150. I don't know about 200. It is not 300. I don't know where he got that from. It is not 300.
Now, people are going to come out and say, Gunn has refuted that. He has, but he hasn't given any numbers. And there was a production from Warner Brothers that was registered in the state that was filmed in. I criticize.
Oh, yeah, this is what I was trying to find. And then the whole thing about crypto, like he was mad about crypto, and he's basically saying, yeah, about the dog. And basically he says it's the fact that people who mention Zack Snyder when he has absolutely nothing to do with a person who had Snyder derangement syndrome, calling them people out, the conversation of bullying. He talks about James Gunn all the time. And I'm like we don't have to, like, you don't have to mention Snyder. We've seen all the videos. And oh yeah,
they said that posted this. He said, I unfortunately watched his latest video because a viewer of mine encouraged me to. He's talking about me. It's funny though, because starting from the 230 mark to 357 mark, I noticed something, a great sense of unhinged derangement. Nearly 4 years since its release, and he is still crying about the reception of Zack Snyder's Justice League. It appears Aaron was misled, like many of us, including myself, by grifters saying that the Snyderverse had a chance to be restored. It didn't, and it wasn't going to be. Zack Snyder's Justice League was righting the wrong of 2017. Nothing else was ever promised. You could be mad about it, sure, but your obsession and talking about unsubstantiated statistics and living in the past shows who has the derangement. Many of us have moved on. We are looking to the bright future that DC has. We have hope once again. Snyder moved on. Once the fans accept that, then maybe they can too. At least they really should. Okay? So he's saying I have Snyder derangement syndrome because I talked about an article that came out and shared it in my video. Now, let's see what he posted today. So he posted this about Zack Snyder's 300. He said, where was the safety coordinator? This should be a massive concern. You accuse me of the same thing. Maybe you just need to start worrying about yourself. And someone by S for Hope said, expose the hypocrite. And that's exactly what's going on here. These people, like Slav, can go ahead and criticize you about everything you talk about criticizing Gunn, about talking about Snyder, and then they go and do the same thing, and it's okay.
Listen, okay. The reason why we go after you is that you don't even know what you're even talking about. You don't know. You haven't seen the movie. We haven't seen the movie. So you're just making predictions in your head what you think is going to happen. You don't know this movie, okay? We could criticize Zack's movies because we've seen them. We've seen the 3 movies. Some people like them, some people don't. We can criticize them. You can't criticize this movie. We haven't seen it yet. So you're making views every day bashing James Gunn, wanting it to fail. And it's not going to bring Zack Snyder back. It's not going to bring Zack Snyder back. If this movie bombs, you're not going to get shared universe. All you'll get is Batman movies. And don't think they'll bring back Zack Snyder. They're not going to bring back Zack Snyder. They will not bring that shit back. All you'll get is Batman movies. So
is a huge part of what is going on with superheroes.
Okay. I don't know what. First of all, I don't even know. Yeah, and he's not even a voice actor. Look at all these videos. All of these videos. Like, and you know what he does? He gets more views than that because every time he does reviews on other movies, he doesn't get no views. He talks about these James Gunn anti-WB videos because it gets him. And yeah, then he tried to ask for a screener for James Gunn, but he calls him pet of endangerment to kids. I don't know where this hate of James Gunn comes from. I don't even know. Let's see his most viewed video. How to transfer T-Mobile video. It says Henry Cavill's quit. Did he quit? Yeah, Zack Snyder's all in on Justice 2 and 3. That's not true at all. And I don't even know. Like, I don't know. Like, he's just a touch grass and wake up to reality. First of all, this movie's going to be successful. I don't care what he says. Like, everyone is excited. Like, it's 50 million. I don't know. Now, he says he doesn't trust James Gunn.
All right, I can't believe I have been doing voice acting for 13 years, but full-time for the last 10. And I thank God every day that I'm alive that I was given my lies of James Gunn, why I don't like him specifically for DC. And we're going to talk about all this stuff. So I'm going to break it down. This is the only time I'm going to talk about his personal life. People have asked me to talk about this many times in the past, and I just never did it, and I'm never going to do it again. I don't believe in attacking people personally, but this is how I'm going to talk about this specific issue. First of all, James Gunn was fired from Guardians of the Galaxy 3 probably about 6 years ago. He was fired by Disney for some past tweets. And I highly encourage everybody to go find those tweets.
I've seen those tweets. He apologized. They brought him back. And then he's that DC.
I'm going to post them here. I am not going to talk about the content of those tweets, but they are downright disgusting. I mean, beyond disgusting. And let's put it this way. I would never allow my kids to be anywhere near James Gunn or those associated with him. Ever. Okay? That's all I'm going to say on this issue. I am not there to judge people. I believe that's up to higher power to do that. But you also have to use common sense as a person. And somebody making the comments he did, I don't think would let anybody
he has kids. I don't know. I'm not going to talk about his kids. I'm not going to. I'm not that person.
Any child. This came from Men of Steel on
and they always say that James Gunn lies about
Superman or Wonder Woman, etc. Who would you choose, and why is it Superman? May 26th of 2020. His bring things together, and he wants to direct one of our projects, and we're looking forward to him doing that.
But the whole Ben Affleck thing, he just changed his mind. He didn't want it.
And I actually saw.
So this whole thing about James Gunn lying, he hasn't really lied about anything. So I want to know where this hate stemmed from. I don't know. I can't even watch his video. And then basically when it's in the description, it says it's always James Gunn, which of course he's making this universe. And let's watch one of his videos.
All right, everybody.
Yeah, he has like the most punchable face I've ever freaking seen.
Back funny compared, but say
I can't watch it. I can't sit through this. No. Anyway, he's the biggest hater. He does it all the time. And yeah, I don't know where this stemmed from. I don't know. I say just ignore him, block him. There's no point. I'm gonna watch Superman opening day. I don't care what no one says. I don't care what these Snyder people say. They haven't seen it. They're just predicting it'll be bad. That's pretty much it. I have stuff to go. This video is way longer than I thought it will be. Anyway, guys, so much for that video. I'll see you next time. Bye.